Hi guys, and welcome to another Commute with Faery. I am Crimson Faery, and I am commuting to work. I don't know how far I'm going to get in this video before my phone or my camera's like, oh, you have no more battery. I have misplaced the charger, so I'm going to have to try and locate that. Anyway, let's see if I can make a few adjustments here. I guess that's... Okay guys, we're gonna go for a sideways ride. I'm gonna lift that up. That's a little bit better. Okay. So, my last video, and I have a few minutes here before I have to leave my house, but my last video, I was on my way to a job interview. This is not the job that I'm headed for. That job was... I had all kinds of nasty things planned that I was going to say, but you know what? All I got to say is discrimination. And I was going to file charges against them, but after I got this job, I realized that I'd rather have this job. At least I think. Morning coffee. Caramel macchiato style. Oh yeah. Alright, well, geez, it's gonna splash on me every time I close that lid. I guess we'll get started. Can't really see out of many of my mirrors. Well, that was interesting. I never have traffic on this road. Alright. Make sure my stuff's not gonna fall everywhere. I've got everything that I said I wanted to take with me. I remembered to put my ring on after my shower. I think we're all good to go. I think today is going to be a perfect day. I even remembered to brush my teeth. Speaking of teeth, today is yesterday my youngest son lost his first tooth. So this morning will be his first tooth fairy experience. I'll tell you what, he was so cute when I went in his room last night to put his dollar under his pillow. He still sucks his thumb, which is an ongoing battle for us. But he was curled up on his pillow in a sort of a fetal position and was just so darn precious, just laying there like nothing was wrong in the world. And you know, you see all these posts on Facebook about people saying, let's bring peace and let's bring harmony, and something about black cops, and I don't even know what's going on. But you look at your children and you're like, well, that's peace, that's innocence, and it's the parents who need to teach their children how to be good people when they grow up. It starts at the home. Alright, I'm off my soapbox for the day. I'm trying to adjust my thermostat controls here. Probably not going to be able to look at the camera all too much. My commute is actually not going to be highway driving. It's going to be all back roads, and I really meant to time it. I might have to get my sunglasses on though. Woo! Ow, ow, ow. Ow, that morning sun is bright. Well, that's why I grabbed them. Do we have a problem here? I think I'm fogged up, but I can't tell. So, I don't know what else really to talk about as I get into the swing of things. The new company I work for is an environmental company, and we take jobs to go to different places to restore them and clean up environmental hazards and make them right as new again. And we're going to be getting into the residentials. We're in commercials right now, and some residentials, but mostly commercial. And what my boss wants to do is get into residential restorations. And I am an assistant directly to the president of the company. So that is awesome! And I don't know, I'm nervous because I haven't had this high of a level of a job, like ever, except for working for my mother, which I knew she wouldn't kill me or fire me if I made a mistake, but she still scared the hell out of me because I was her personal assistant for close to a year or a little more. I don't know. I didn't keep track. It was when Ronan was a baby. It might have even been before he was born when it started. I don't know. I'm not good with stuff like that. And she's like, oh yeah, make sure you mention that at this interview. And I was like, I worked for my mother. How's that gonna sound? So apparently it sounded fine. I did mention it to the interviewer, and he wanted to know all kinds of details about what I did for my mom, and then I'm like, oh shit, what did I do for my mom? Like, everything. Like, do we have enough time? Like, it was almost Devil Wears Prada level of care. My mother will never see this. Alright, I want to know why the inside of my windshield is so hazy, but it's not foggy. Is it that dirty on the inside? This morning sun is going to kill my commute. And I'm wearing makeup, guys. That's new for me. I never gave a flap. Gave a flap. What the hell is that? I never gave a flap at my old job. And the very last job that I had right before this one, I don't know if I told you guys in the last video or not, but I was working part-time at Home Depot as a cashier. Let me tell you what. Those people are under-recognized, understaffed, and over-berated by customers. Like, come the fuck on, people. Excuse my French. But there's no need to be that rude to a cashier who makes $10 an hour or less, works part-time, and can barely support for their family. And maybe at the time, the only job they can get is Home Depot. So people should stop and take a second look at that and think about it. I didn't quite apply to all of those things. You know, I could have gotten a job somewhere else other than Home Depot, but the pay was, for the position, was decent. The $10 an hour. I can't see. Let's see. But it just, I mean, the hours were good at first, and then they cut our hours at the beginning of June. And it just got so bad that I had to start looking for other work. That's what led to my first commute with Faery, return of the commute with Faery, I should say, when I was on my way to go interview for a job that I absolutely thought I had in the bag. I don't know why I thought that. But you see, here's how it went down. I went to my interview because I didn't do a video coming home. I was so upset. Well, actually, no, I wasn't upset because I didn't know it at the time. But I still didn't do a video. Anyway, I was at the interview, and I know that I can be a little spastic, so I tried to keep, I tried to keep myself calm as I could be, and I just kept telling myself over and over, focus on your words, be calm, don't lose control, don't stutter, look them in the eye, don't fidget. I kept repeating absolute control. And so I did. I was the perfect picture of control in this interview. Dude, motorcycle, move the hell over. Jeez, oh man. Not how I want to start my Monday morning. Oops, I hit a motorcycle. Guy's dead. At least he was wearing a helmet. Okay, so anywho, apparently I had so much control that they thought that I was this dull, mundane person that has no personality and that I'm monotone. Now, I know in the past, in my past videos, a friend of mine who's reviewed my videos has said, hey, Faery, you sound like you could be a little bit more excited. And I'm just like, I don't know how to get so many dynamics, and I feel like I'm shouting at my camera. I mean, it's also echoing in the car, so, you know, there's got to be a balance, a fine line to how dynamic I can be here. So they thought that I was so lacking in dynamics in my personality that they considered me depressed and unhappy. And because they used the word depressed, and they used it not only with me, but they also used it with one of my references, telling my reference that they felt I was depressed and unhappy. That's actually discrimination, because depression is a medical term, and they assumed a medical condition on me. It's not, I mean, you can't just flippantly use the word like, you know, someone's having a bad day, oh, they're depressed. Depression is a long-term mental disease that can take days, weeks, months, years to overcome whatever is causing the depression. And sometimes people don't ever come out of it. As it happens to be, I am depressed for my own personal reasons. But I'm not obligated to tell an employer about my mental conditions. They are strictly my right to keep. Now, even if I did say, oh, by the way, I am depressed and I am on some medications to help with that, they are still not allowed to use that as a decision factor on their basis of hiring or not hiring me. It's discrimination, and I double-checked it. I went and I talked to a person at the EEOC, which is the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, because I felt so strongly about it. I mean, I cried when I got the news, because the lady that I interviewed with was like, oh, Faery, you're so amazing. Your resume is so impressive, and we really want to see you on board, and we know that you could do this, and I even want you to take my position, and after I can train you into it so that I can retire. I mean, who tells you that and then turns around and says, oh, we can't hire you, we think you're too depressed? What the flack? No, you can't, you can't. So that hurt a lot. It hurt my feelings, and I don't care any bullies watching this, you know, oh, watch the little girl cry. It seriously sucks. And to you, I just say fuck you. But a lot of people would probably agree with me that it's just plain bullcrap. So got really, for lack of better words, I got really depressed again, and I almost gave up. But knowing that we needed to be able to pay the mortgage and other things like that in Home Depot, and it just wasn't working out. So I persevered, and I looked for more jobs, and I got a response from this environmental job. And to be honest, the field is not my ideal field, but I could not pass up the opportunity because of what the job description had offered. Oh, my Lanta, the sun. So I got an email at like 7:30 in the morning from the HR person. I was actually at Home Depot just about to clock in. I had like a 7:45 shift or something, and I just happened to see her email. I replied right away that I was interested for a telephone interview, and she emailed me back about 2 hours later saying that she was really grateful for my prompt response, and we set up a date and time. So we had that, and following and it was a personal interview. It wasn't like, I don't know, it didn't seem disconnected. It felt like she and I really connected right away. And then I'm trying to think. I had to take this silly personality test, which was 2 questions, and they were probably the hardest 2 questions of my entire life. Oh, looky, my camera's showing red. If it just suddenly cuts out, I'm sorry. I'll have to pick it up where I came whenever I... Oh, no, I can't, because if it's dead, it's dead. I guess I'll have to pick it up tomorrow after I charge it. Anyway, my in-person interview was an hour and 45 minutes long. That's usually a really good sign that somebody likes you. So I took that to be a good sign. And then I didn't hear from them for a whole week. And I was like, what in the world is going on? Now, I know 4th of July took place in there, but still, a whole week? So I reached out to the HR lady and sent them a thank you email, just thanking them again for the opportunity, expressing that I was still interested, and blah, blah, blah. And the very next day, so that would have been Friday morning, I got a phone call, and the owner hired me over the phone. That's the guy I'm working for. And then he wanted me to come in to fill out some paperwork. And started today, Monday. Now, this is going to be interesting. Well, maybe not that bad. It's like a half an hour before I start my shift, and I'm already almost there. Oops. That must be the car in front of me that smells. I smell like burning oil or something. And I'm looking down at my gauges, and everything looks okay. Radiator's good. I know my oil's good. Okay. So, let's see. Well, just in case this decides to cut out on me, I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I've got about 5 more minutes of commuting to work, and then I'll be there anyway. So I really can't believe that I got here this fast. And I'm not even speeding. I've been watching my speed. Oh well. Anyway, So I think that I will probably be resuming my commute with fairies. My videos might be a little sporadic in posting because it takes time to edit and upload, and with me working full time now, I may not have the time right away to do that. So as I'm feeling out my new life, we'll get those underway. But I definitely want to get a couple in a week or so. I don't know what all I can really talk about. So hey, if you are interested in hearing anything about me, or just a topic that you'd like me to discuss or get my opinion on, feel free to drop a comment below, and please subscribe and like my videos, and that really helps me grow. Alright, this has been Commute with Faery with Crimson Faery, and everybody have a safe day.